Okay. My AirPod is acting stupid. I hope my service is good enough to do this. And I hope my sound is good enough. So I won't know until someone comes in to tell me or watches this on a playback. So if you're on a playback and it's absolutely choppy and terrible, I'm so sorry. And if my sound is bad, I apologize in advance. But I couldn't wait. I had to do this. I'm out on my walk. I have not gone live on a walk in like a year. It's been a minute. But I was listening back to the stream that I did yesterday. And we need to talk. Just a wee bit. Good morning, Candace. Can you tell me how my sound is? Because my AirPod is messing up. Like, is it really low? Can you let me know? And let me know if I'm choppy or anything. I'm in the woods, so I expect my service to be a little off. If it's too bad, I'll just end the stream and do it again when I have Wi-Fi. But you can hear me. Okay. Okay, so hold on. Let me see if I can reconnect my headphone without it acting up. Let me see. I don't even have a tripod. I'm literally. Okay. Can you hear me now? I'm literally holding my phone in my hand. This is gonna be so hard, but I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait, especially because I'm gonna be driving back to South Carolina after this, so I'm not gonna have time to do it later. So give me another sound check. Hey JG, good morning, everybody. Okay, so I don't have a lot of time left in my walk, so let me hurry up and get to it. I got cramps because I drank too much water and then came outside trying to speed walk. Now I gotta slow down. But anyway, so ah, y'all, I was listening back to my stream. So yesterday's stream was interesting. Still waiting to see how much pushback I'm gonna get for it. So far, I've only gotten one comment really pushing back and doing the whole "oh, you're mean, leave her alone." It's like nobody's being mean, okay? Like I don't know why. If you don't, if you skip the housekeeping portion of my streams where I say, "Cry me a goddamn river," okay, and then you choose to cry me a river, well, thank you for your tears. That's how I feel. Thank you for your tears. But anyway, so I haven't got much pushback, but the jury is still out. Um, but I owe an apology. I owe an apology to a surgeon, a plastic surgeon, and a dietitian, and I'm gonna tell you why. Thank you, JG. I feel a goddamn mess, but whatever. But thank you. I owe I owe an apology, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. So when I first listened back to the stream, I always listen back to see if I made any mistakes or if I misunderstood any of the comments that I was reading or if I took something out of context, right? So I listened back the first time and mostly everything seemed, like my feelings didn't really change about anything. Thought it was a good stream. And then the comments started coming in. And then the comments started coming in. So I got a comment about basically what my entire question was during the stream. Now, the premise of the stream was I think that Countess is in distress and not being honest with herself because she wants to lose more weight and she's waiting on Retta to lose more weight, but she's also talking about she's in maintenance and at goal for plastic surgery. So those two things don't go together. And I got a comment that said the reason she's waiting to get plastic surgery, the reason she wants to get Retta first, and I cannot confirm nor deny this. It just gave me a different perspective, which is why I had to go live. The comment said the reason that she's waiting for uh, plastic surgery, the reason she's waiting to get Retta first and putting off the plastic surgery, which is the question I kept asking during the stream, is because if she gets the plastic surgery first and loses 10 to 13 pounds, she will no longer qualify for Retta. And when I read this comment, I'm like, not once during my stream did that even as a possibility cross my mind. And I'm just like, that's diabolical. So wait, let me get this straight. And I don't know if this is true. I don't know. but it made me go back and listen to my stream again. So the idea potentially is I want to get on Retta theoretically to lose more weight. I have plastic surgery that I need to get, but if I get the plastic surgery first, I won't qualify for Retta. I'm also currently not losing weight because if I try to lose weight, then I won't qualify for Retta. So I'm gonna hold my weight higher so that I can qualify for Retta. When I tell you that going back and listening to my stream a second time, everything suddenly made sense. Everything suddenly made sense. So I was listening to it during my walk, and I'm going in on the plastic surgeon and the dietitian, like, why are they telling her to eat so much? And what do you mean your plastic surgeon's goal? And what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, you could do all of this research and find other options that work for you and blah, 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 blah. And I'm listening to it with this new context, and I'm like, no, V, you're wrong. You're wrong. Her plastic surgeon and dietitian aren't the problem. She's the problem. She's the problem. She is the one. She's the one that is holding her weight higher and not trying to lose weight because she wants to be approved for Retta, if this is true. So when I say you're not in maintenance, I'm incorrect. When I say she's not in maintenance, I'm incorrect. She's in maintenance of maintaining a big back because she wants Retta. Good morning, Jen. It's a mess. Hair's a mess. This walk is a mess. I don't have no tripod. I just had to go live to express this point because I'm not going to get a chance to do it later. Oh, she's maintaining, all right. What happened was, Jen, I got a comment that said the reason that Countess is putting off plastic surgery is because she wants to maintain a higher BMI to get approved for Retta. Now, granted, I don't know what the qualifications are for Retta. I don't know what her BMI is. We tried to figure it out yesterday. We tried to do the math and all of that. So I don't really know if that's true, first of all. And I don't know whether or not she would qualify. I don't know. But if that's her plan, that's diabolical. If that's her plan, that's diabolical. So I owe her surgeon and dietitian an apology. Because I'm out here thinking that they keeping her back big when really she keeping her own back big. Hey, Tamika, this live stream is your fault. This live stream is your fault, okay? This is all your fault. Let me back up. So I'm listening back to my stream and I'm literally frying the surgeon and the dietitian. And I'm like, why is she appealing to authority? Like, she can't lose weight if she still wants to. And now with this additional context, it's like, oh, no, 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 no. It's not that she can't lose weight. She doesn't want to lose weight. No, I take that back. She does want to lose weight. She just don't want to lose weight until she gets her hands on some Retta. So she's purposefully keeping her back big in maintenance. And now it has backfired to an extent because she's putting on weight. I'm not saying this. She said this in her video. I just didn't understand her. Like, I didn't understand my entire live stream. You can basically tell I'm confused. I'm like, why do you keep contradicting yourself? Like, did none of this make sense? These things literally don't go together. Like I'm missing something here. This is the part that I'm missing. Oh, this is not all accidental. This is on purpose. This is intentional. So I take it back. I take it back. It's not a plateau. You're purposefully doing this. Like you're purposefully doing this because you want to stay big. You don't want to stay big, but you do want to stay big. You want to be squinty. You want to get rid of the apron belly. You want to lose the hips. You want to do all of that. But you can't. You can't because if you get too squinty, then you can't get rid of. That is a level of delusion that I can't quite comprehend. So I apologize to Surgeon X and Dietitian Y for blaming them for her big backery. And I'm not saying big backery to be mean. I call us all big backs. And by definition, well, my definition, being on Reddit makes you a big back. Just like being on Zepbound makes you a big back. Or you could be a big back in recovery. But if you're already on Zepbound and you could choose to keep losing weight, maybe Zepbound isn't working as way as as good as it used to. But you could try some other things to lose weight, and you're purposefully not losing weight because you want to keep your bag big for Retta. That's literally keeping your bag big for Retta. Like, I told her she's not gonna qualify. She says yes. It's probably so she continue to make content. Fear of missing out. That was the other one that you said, Tamika. And I was like, oh my, oh my, oh my. Like, I can't. I'm like, so I was listening back to my stream and I got about halfway through. I'm like, I can't take it. Which I still think it was a great stream because in general, I'm still correct about what I'm saying about her contradictions. But now it makes sense why it didn't make sense. Like the fact that it didn't make sense makes sense now. You have to be an extreme big bag to qualify for Red. Yeah, I've heard that. I just don't know. I just don't know. So like, but let's so the other thing that I wanted to cover, the other thing that I wanted to cover was I have actually heard of people doing this for Zbound to qualify through insurance, right? So they would either try to gain weight to qualify or try to not lose as much weight to make sure that they qualify for Zbound. I don't want to try to put myself in people's shoes that do that. Like, I don't know what they're going through to make them feel like that's what they should be doing, but it just doesn't seem like a good idea. It doesn't seem like a good idea. Like, if you're okay, so if you're not on a GLP-1, I'm not so sure that gaining weight to get on a GLP-1 makes a ton of sense, right? If anything, you probably can still get the prescription through your doctor and just pay for it out of pocket. I can't imagine putting on more weight to qualify for a weight loss medication or for an obesity medication. Like you're already obese or you're not obese, I'm sorry. Maybe you're overweight. So you want to become obese to qualify? Like that doesn't really make any sense to me. And in Countess's, you know, from her point of view, I do understand being at 15 milligram and it not doing what you needed to do anymore. But now I'm starting to question like, what is she actually looking for as far as Retta? Is she looking for weight loss or is she looking for something else? I'm not really sure what she's looking for because it doesn't. My part of my issue with the stream, not the issue with the stream, but part of my confusion yesterday was like, you're really, it gives that you're not really like you want to lose weight, but you're not doing what it takes to lose weight. That was part of the point that I was making. And today I'm like, oh, okay, no, you're really not doing what it takes to lose weight. You're doing all this research and saying what you could and should be doing, but you're not actually doing it. I said this during my stream. Like you do all of this research and apply none of it. Like you do all of this work and you don't apply any of it. So like it doesn't really give that you're actually trying to lose weight, but clearly you want to lose weight. So like what are you doing? And now it makes sense that the reason she's not trying is because she doesn't want to be too small and miss out on her qualification. But I went back and watched a video from like 8 months ago. It was actually sent to me. And it was like being in the Twilight Zone because you couldn't tell the difference between the video, the language in the video from 8 months ago versus the language in the video from this week and the week ago. So the two videos that we watched yesterday were very similar in language, but that makes sense because they're closer together. So her point of view would be the same, her points would be the same. But I went back and watched a video from 8 months ago, and I was like, this is indistinguishable from the videos that we watched yesterday. Like if I played all three and covered up the dates and told people to guess how far apart these videos were, people would think that they were all made in the same week. So what that tells me is this train of I'm in maintenance, I'm at goal, I'm getting skin removal, I'm waiting on Retta, I'm weight training. All those same 5 points have been in circulation for at least 8 months. And maybe if I go back further, it has been longer than 8 months. So it's like, you're telling me you spent 8 months staying a big back because you're waiting for Retta? Do you know how much, listen, even with your Zebound not doing what you want it to do, Do you know how much progress you can make in 8 months? I'm not saying you can make Z bound levels of progress, but you can make progress in 8 months. Like, even when I was on some bad compound and I didn't lose weight for 5 months, like half of that was my fault. Like half like the compound was bad, but like compound is only part of the equation. You know what I mean? Like, so I took accountability for that, and the stream that I was playing as an intermission stream of yesterday, that was me coming out of the other side of that 5 month plateau because I had to change my habits and stuff like that. So, and that was, I think that was still on compound at the time, or I had just maybe switched over to Zepbound brand. But either way, the point is I had to change a lot of what I was doing that was keeping my weight stuck, even on compound, even on crappy compound. So anyway, I just wanted to say that y'all getting timed out. Listen, you can say my forehead is big. It is. My mother told me that before you did. So you're a little late. Okay. You're a little late. But I just wanted to say that I was giving her surgeon and her dietitian some smoke that they probably didn't, maybe they didn't deserve. I still think like I want to say eat. I was saying how eating 2,000 calories a day is diabolical, and she kept blaming her diet, not blaming, but giving her dietitian the responsibility for that. And I'm like, girl, 160 grams of protein, you need. Well, I still mean that part. You need a new dietitian. That's first of all. Like, if you're using some, not to be dismissive of telehealth, but like if you're using some telehealth dietitian that maybe you don't have the best rapport with, you probably need another dietitian. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not shitting on health telehealth. I utilize telehealth when necessary. But yeah, just the 2,000 you eating 2,000 calories because you want your back to stay big to get rid of. It's not a dig. It's not me being mean. That's potentially the reality. And again, I didn't hear her say this. This is the comment that was on my stream. So I could be wrong. Maybe Tamika's wrong. Tamika, don't be lying on people. Don't be lying on people. Hey, Shawnee. Um, it's crazy that she believes she's gonna qualify for a triple agonist when you're at a normal BMI. She's not at a normal BMI. She's overweight. We looked it up yesterday. She's not at a normal BMI. That's why I don't get into um, who is and isn't qualified for RETA, uh, especially based on just looking at them on YouTube, because we already know, like, y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. We already know plenty of people that didn't need Ozempic and Zepbound, got Ozempic and Zepbound, or Ozempic and Manjaro. Okay. So when y'all say qualify, I think y'all get a little carried away as far as like, there are plenty of people that are going to end up with this medication that doesn't qualify by Eli Lilly's BMI standards. Sorry. I'm not saying she should. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying, like, oh, she's crazy for thinking she's going to qualify. She might not. That don't mean she ain't going to get it. That don't mean she's not going to get it. And then it's like, qualified by whose standards? By Eli Lilly standards? By the insurance standards? By her PCP standards? Like, qualify by whose standards? You know? So I don't know. I don't know. Um, oh, I heard it and I will stand on that. Okay, I believe you. I actually believe you. That's why I did the stream. I believe you, but it's like, I think it's a bad idea. Like, I think that she should just try to lose the weight. Like why are you? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like she should just. She has 50,000 answers and won't implement none of them. And now we're on HRT. Like, what is HRT supposed to? Girl, she is a, and this is not, okay, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gossiping. I'm gossiping, but whatever, I already did the stream. But it gives trend hopper. And I said that yesterday, so I'm not saying anything new. It gives trend hopper. It does give trend hopper. Um, the whole qualify for Reddit thing is about having a reasonable conversation. Um, I guess. I guess I'm just on the side of it that it's a moot point. But maybe not. Maybe not. It's kind of like when talks about people being underweight. That's about having a reasonable conversation. And to me, I get it, but it's a moot point for me though. So y'all can have that conversation. This is why I try to stay out of it with Retta, because I'm always gonna be. I'm kind of like, I don't have a camp. I'm not in the, oh, X, Y, and Z is not going to qualify camp. And I'm not in the, oh, everybody's going to have access to Reddit and it's going to be compounded camp. I'm not in any of the Reddit camps other than I want Eli Lilly to give me a little piece of glucagon. That's the only camp that I'm in. I want Eli Lilly to give me a little piece of glucagon. I'm not going to cry if they don't give me a little piece, but I want a little piece of glucagon. Okay? I want a little piece. Um, Most likely Reddit will start as 35. Zeb starts at 27. Most insurance companies say 30. That's fine. I mean, maybe I just don't care because I'm not an insurance payer. Well, it's not only that, but it's also like, that's great. We could say what the technicalities are, but we know that people still get the medication anyway. Like, we know they still get it. So now expecting it is probably foolish. Waiting on it, probably foolish. Okay. But I mean, everybody that got on Zepbound was not at the proper BMI. Everybody that got on Ozempic or Wegovy was not at the proper BMI. Everybody that got on Manjaro and Ozempic did not have type 2 diabetes. We already know all of this. I don't know why, when it comes to Retta, suddenly it's like, yes, everybody's going to follow the rules. They probably should, but they're not going to. They're not going to. So I get having a reasonable conversation. Is it reasonable for her to be waiting for Retta? Probably not. Probably not. It's probably not reasonable for her to be doing that. But might she still get it? There's a chance she'll get it. There's a chance she'll get it. But I don't think she should be waiting on it, because if she doesn't get it and it's gonna break her heart or crash her dreams of being on Retta, it's like, girl, you wasted all that time that you could have been making progress or finding other solutions. You wasted all that time waiting on a medication for people with a 35 BMI. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Will there be bad docs that write it? Yes. Uh, okay. Okay. I'm not that worked up over it. Um, I'm not that worked up over it. Uh, if how much I weigh? How much I weigh? If I'm 145 and the lower end of a normal BMI, I'm gonna go off camera while I walk in the house, but I'll still be talking. Let me see. So if anybody comes in and is like, "Oh my God, it's dark, I can't see her," just let them know that I turned off the camera on purpose. But uh, if how much I weigh? 145, and the lower end of a normal BMI for me is, or lower, normal, sorry, not lower. Yeah, the lower end of a normal BMI weight range for me is like 105 pounds. I always thought it was 115, but I guess it depends on which calculation I use, because there's three ideal weight calculations. But anyway, 105 to 115, something like that. Um, Sorry, I got distracted by the comments. If I don't, maybe I'm delusional because I don't know much about Retta. I don't know what the dosing schedule is like. I don't know really what the studies say. I don't know what the lower doses are like. I don't know how fast the weight comes off, but I do know that some people end up leaving the study because they lose weight too quickly. So me personally, I'm not looking forward to Retta, but you know, I want a little piece of glucagon. So hey, if I get to pay for some glucagon out of pocket, guess what I'm gonna do? Pay for it out of pocket. Now, you can call my doctor what you want to call him, but guess who don't give a shit? Me. She's having a disingenuous conversation with her despite this desk reviews. I agree. That's why like I don't take the stance of you do or don't qualify. I take the stance of girl, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what is your plan? What are you even trying to do here? Like what are you trying to do? What you're trying to do makes no sense. You know what it's like? It's like the compound people. It's like the compound people that get all upset every time Eli Lilly sues somebody or some regulators try to intervene in these fucking telehealth companies or compounding pharmacies. And they start getting all in a tizzy and they start having disingenuous conversations with their audience, giving people false hope. Giving people false hope. So yeah, I will say with her audience, I don't know if they're actually waiting on Retta too, or if they're just waiting, if they just like watching her wait on it. What do you guys think? Do you think that her audience is waiting on Retta too, or are they just watching her wait on Retta and they just enjoy the content? They just enjoy the journey, you know? What do you guys think? Good morning. Um I'm sure her nutritionist recommends 2K cal because she probably thinks the countess wants to put on muscle when really she wants to lose. I mean, yeah, we covered that yesterday. She can't do both. I mean, you can't is a bit of a for the average person, you should just weight train with a focus on actually getting the weight off, right? Now, inevitably, you will end up putting on muscle during the process, but the muscle gain shouldn't be the focus. And I see now that I have to do a stream or a video on that. I see now that I have to do a video or a stream on that because people are getting beside themselves with the protein. Like, do you know the reason that you see protein smacked on every label now is because of the GLP-1 craze? That's why. Like, people are getting carried away with the protein. People are getting carried away with the muscle loss fear mongering, the underweight fear mongering. It's getting it's getting it's getting a little ridiculous in my opinion. It's getting a little ridiculous. Jen, the big pharma shill, says doctors still have an oath to follow, even if a pharmacist can step in and not fill inappropriate prescriptions. How would a pharmacist how would a pharmacist determine, Jen? Now I'm just fucking with you, just to fuck with you, honestly, because I think it's funny how worked up you get over this. How would a pharmacist determine if a prescription is inappropriate? You gonna walk into the pharmacy and they gonna look at you and be like, you shouldn't be on no Retta. I'm not feeling this. How does that work, Jennifer? How does that work? Because if a person is picking up Percocets, 30 day supply Percocets, uh, every 2 weeks, I get why a pharmacist would pick up on that. But how exactly is a pharmacist going to determine if somebody is supposed to be on Retta or not and determine to not fill that prescription? Now I just want to fuck with you because I made coffee this morning and you won't let me have a mocha choca. Okay? You won't let me have a mocha choca. I'm not letting you have the ethics conversation around Retta. Oh well. Overeating versus protein. You think that's what it is? You think that's an addiction swap? I don't think we're addicted to protein. I think we're addicted to talking points. I think we're addicted to following the crowd because, okay, so what happens is genuine concerns turn into overcorrections. So for example, like um going too far into diet culture in the early 2000s turns into don't diet at all. Nothing is ever your fault. Get on a GLP-1. Um too Some people losing too much muscle on Ozempic because they're not working out turns into everybody needs to be lifting 5 days a week, eating 150 grams of protein. You know what I mean? Even though they're trying to lose weight. If you go to the same pharmacy for Zep and clearly don't need Retta, they can refuse. Same with picking up too many opioids. No, the too many opioids, which is the example that I gave, makes sense. How is a pharmacist going to determine if you do or don't need Retta? Because I'm assuming you wouldn't have the Zep and Retta prescription at the same time. So if If Countess gets on Retta, I'm assuming the prescription for Zepbound will stop because who's taking both at the same time? Retta is 2/3 Zepbound, literally, or TERS. So if the Zepbound prescription stops and that you're now picking up a prescription for Retta, you're telling me the pharmacist is gonna. I mean, what kind of pharmacies are y'all going to? Because the pharmacists don't hand me my medication. A pharmacy tech does. They ask if I want to speak to the pharmacist. 9 times out of 10, when I go to pick up a prescription, I don't speak to the pharmacist. So again, just switching from a Zepbound prescription to Retta, how is a pharmacist going to say, this person used to pick up Zepbound, let me check their BMI to see if they should actually be on Retta? No, that's not going to happen, Jennifer. And it's going to drive you crazy. It's going to be so funny. Like that's not going to I'm not promoting that. I just want to get on Jen's nerve this morning because she doesn't let me have Dunkin' lattes. Dunkin' lattes. Okay? So whatever. I've been waiting for a moment to get back at her and this is my moment. Let me have it. Let me have it. They can call the doc in question. They can do that. They're not going to, though. No pharmacist is going to look at retatrutide and say, hey, I don't think this person is big enough for retatrutide. Unless the person literally looks like ill, like they're going to die, like they're underweight and need some fluids or something, they're not doing that. Pharmacists check your meds. They know everything that goes out. I didn't say they don't check. I said when I go to the pharmacy, the pharmacist does not hand me my prescription. A pharmacy tech does. A middleman does. They ask if you want to speak to the pharmacist. You said that the pharmacist could determine whether or not the med goes out. I'm asking you how a pharmacist is going to determine whether or not the Retta should go out. You're not answering the question. I'm not giving up till you give me an answer. It's not about being big enough. Y'all just said 35 BMI. Y'all just said the qualification for Retta is 35 BMI. So you have to be big enough. Your back has to be wide enough for Retta. Now we're saying that the pharmacist can deny your prescription, but it's not about how big you are. Okay, let's say I give you that, even though it makes no sense. How is the pharmacist going to determine whether or not you should have your Retta prescription? I'm waiting, Janitha. I'm waiting. We could stop this right now if you agree that I can have 3 Dunkin' lattes this week. I'm willing to trade. Oh, I need my tripod. I'm willing to trade my ignorance for 3 Dunkin' lattes. Just by the interactions in the file, everything will hit on everything else you take. So what it's you're still not answering the question. Okay. So based on the file, so what's gonna be the red flag? So, you see how unreasonable she is talking about hell no. I can't have 3 Dunkin' lattes, but she want to fight about Retta. Okay, so let's do this. So what is it in a person's file that's gonna say, hold on, pharmacist, this person maybe should not have this Retta prescription. Let's call the doctor and see. What's the flag? What's the flag? Like what's the opioid one is the easy one because that makes sense. Like, why do you have a 30-day supply every 2 weeks? Like, that's stupid. That's dumb. So just by the interactions in the file, you're telling me a pharmacist is going to say, well, this person was on Zepbound for 3 years and now they're switching to this Retta medication. Okay, what's the red flag that says, maybe I should call the doctor and see if they should see if I should fill this prescription? I think that's a legitimate question. If we're saying that bad doctors, you're biased, Jen, because you work in pharmacy. If we're saying that bad doctors will write the script, but the superhero pharmacist can step in and say, no, you're not getting your Retta, fine, I'll give you that. You big pharma shill you. So if that's the case, how are they determining who gets the Retta and who doesn't? You said it by the file. What in the file is going to tell them this person shouldn't get Retta? I'm waiting. I'm waiting, Jennifer. I'm waiting. I might go get some Retta just to replace my Dunkin' lattes. I deserve something for all my hard work. Jennifer wants to take the fun out of life. She don't want nobody to have no Retta. She don't want nobody to have no Dunkin' lattes. She don't want nobody to have no nothing. You've been on Zep for 3 years. I can talk to the doc and ask what What is your BMI today? Because the recs are 35. Oh, so you're willing to weaponize your bias against who should and shouldn't get it. Well, okay, not even I won't even do that. I get that you're saying that could happen. I'm saying it won't. I get what you're saying could happen. I'm saying I highly doubt it. Arguing with people about what they do in their job every day is diabolical. I gave her an out. If I can have 3 Dunkin' lattes, I will shut up and let her have it. She didn't want to let me have it, so we're gonna argue. Sit back and relax, Sydney. Enjoy the ride. I'm not arguing with her about what could happen. I'm trying to argue. Not understanding nuance is actually diabolical. Not understanding context is diabolical. I get what you could do in your job. I'm asking what determines whether you do that or not. We get what Jenitha would do. I'm asking, would your average Walgreens pharmacist do what Jenitha would do? And I'm saying no. I can weaponize when someone has 3 different classes of pain meds. Sure, because they can overdose and die. Sure, you can weaponize that. I mean, it's not weapon. That's why I took it back. It's not weaponization. It's not weaponization. I was gonna make a point about you already feel that certain people shouldn't be on Retta. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if the doctor writes the prescription and you feel like they shouldn't have it, then you get to say, I don't think that they should have it. That's fine. I'm asking you though, you're telling me that that's going to apply across the country? I don't think so. I'm not saying it shouldn't apply. I'm saying if that was true, we wouldn't have an opioid epidemic. So I guess we're going to have a Retta epidemic next. I guess that's what's going to happen. I guess that's what's going to happen. If the pharmacists were such heroes that denied prescriptions, we would not have an opioid epidemic. We would not, and nor would we have the celebrities that everybody loves to use as a reference of being underweight. They wouldn't have ever been able to get their prescriptions if the pharmacists were such heroes. So I get that we could blame the doctors, but the doctors aren't the ones with Zepbound pens in their office handing them out like candy. Yeah, I just like the word weaponize. Most probably won't. And that's my argument. I win. We are having a GLP-1 epidemic. I know. Look, we need a loose skin check. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Can you guys see? Let me not suck it in. Guys, I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. Oh, I feel like, I wonder if like, I still want to get a belly button, but I'm a little, I mean, a belly button, a belly piercing, but I'm a little concerned about this portion here. And y'all know, like, I mean, I haven't had kids yet, so I don't want to tummy tuck, but if I did, I was just stretching my skin out to see what it would look like. Does a tummy tuck go down or do they lift up or do they do both? Because if I lift down, I'm gonna lose my belly button. The little bit I have left, it's gonna look like a coin slot. But if I lift up, well, it's gonna be too high. What do they do? What do they do for a tummy tuck? Sorry, I know that was a weird segue. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, Pharmacists do that. It's their job. Not all, but some do. You don't know all what happens when that prescription comes in. Sure. Cry me a river, y'all. Cry me a river. Um, yeah, people doctor shop. That's why folks are now making sure their systems talk to each other. They move the belly button up. Let me see. They move the belly button. Wait, do they tuck down and then move the belly button? I feel like I have room to tuck. I'm not interested in a tummy tuck at 30. I'm just saying I was curious at like how it would work. It They would put this down and then move this up. That looks weird. I don't like it. I would rather just stay like this, honestly. I'd rather just stay like this, but I was just curious, like, because I was watching somebody talk about tummy tucks, and they were like the belly button turns into a coin slot. I'm like, what? And then I pulled it down. I'm like, oh my god, it does. And but then somebody else said like their fupa gets like pulled up really tight, and then like they like pee outside of the toilet, and I'm like, gross. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that for my life. I don't want that. I don't want that. Like I'd rather everything just stay where it is. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should stop trying to get skinty so I can save some of my skin. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't go listen, not to be I'm not trying to be inappropriate, but go play around in the mirror. Like if you have any type of loose skin or anything, and pull up and then pull down and see the like if you pull up, you'll be like, wait, I don't want that to be there. And if you pull down, you're like, well, I don't want that to be there. So I may as well just leave it the way it is. I may as well just leave it the way it is. But back to how I'm gonna get some Retta from my doctor to piss Jen off. Okay, so have they decided how many doses they're gonna have, like what the dosing schedule is? Not dosing schedule, ladder, dosing ladder. Like how many doses of Retta they're gonna be? Ooh, I want a little piece of glucagon. Can I split dose the glucagon? I don't understand why we're all like Retta supremacists around here. Okay, like I don't know why we're all. Well, I think that's the wrong way. We're BMI supremacists. I'm not worried about it because I got a feeling Zepbound. I mean Eli Lilly not going. Ow, scratch. Eli Lilly's not going to leave my money on the table. They're gonna know that I want a little piece of glucagon. Sydney too. She laughing about my arguments, but Sydney, you want a little piece of glucagon too. I'm just trying to advocate for the skinny people to have a little glucagon. That's all I'm saying. I'm just out here doing the Lord's work, trying to make sure the skinties and the gym bros have a little bit of glucagon. That's it. Jennifer might not want her no glucagon, but some of us that have already unbigged our backs. Well, I can't say already because I don't know. And to me, I'm still in recovery. I'm still in recovery. Sydney, Sydney acting like she don't want a little piece of glucagon. Talking about the pharmacist ain't gonna feel it. Okay, we'll see. Fucking Countess come on here and Retta. I'm gonna be looking like. But see, this is why some people said you gotta be going through therapy before Zepbound. I disagree. I don't think we should go through therapy before Zepbound. But then the way the craze is about Retta, it be given therapy. It be given like therapeutics. Therapeutics. Hey, Erica girl. I got a tummy tuck and yeah, the belly button is weird and had a BBL and ended up having two more to fix the first one. If you like your body, don't mess around with surgeries. We did some BBL coverage. I was wondering if anybody in my audience had a BBL. So I would love for you to tell me more about it, Erica girl. Not on this one, but I guess I can hit you up on Instagram about it. Cause I'm nosy, girl. Cause I'm nosy. Like I'm here for the plastics, but it seems like the BBLs didn't work out for a lot of people. She says she don't want gray, Jenitha. That's what she said. She says she don't want gray. And I'm not sure that if she doesn't get approved for Retta, that she won't go gray. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure that she won't straight up go to the sunken place. She says she wouldn't. She says she doesn't want to, but I'm not so sure that that's actually true. I mean, I don't know. What do I know? Nothing. Let me finish my coffee so I can get out of here, though. I have seen people not get their belly button back. Let's see. Wait, no, pull down. Down. I don't think I would like this as a belly button. Ooh, gosh. I don't like that either. I don't want it like a perfect hole. Let me see. Would you look? I thought I could maybe show what it would look like with no belly button, but I can't. Oh. No, I can't. I can't. I thought maybe I could see what I would look like with no belly button. I want a belly button. I don't want no like not. Nick says anything but diet and exercise. Nick, before I start talking about your mother very badly, would you like to tell me what you mean? Because I just came from a 45-minute walk and I weight train 5 days a week, 4 days a week, and I stretch 7 days a week. So who doesn't do diet and exercise? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about me? Are you talking about something else? Like, what are you talking about? They rework it. They have a stomach with no belly button. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I'm happy. But yeah, it's always something to fix every time. Oh. Tamika said, who you talking to? Like before, like I'm in like yo mama territory, but I don't want to talk about your mother if maybe I'm misunderstood. Maybe you're not even talking to me, so you should probably clarify before I go there. Like anything but diet and exercise. Please. Please. It's useless, really. I think that is strange. I mean, I don't want to judge, but like I would be afraid to see, this is me judging. I would be afraid to take my shirt off if I didn't have a belly button. Um, yeah, I would. Mm-mm. Y'all know what I should be doing. I should be using my radio frequency twice a week to help with my skin, but I'm so lazy about it. And the thing about radio frequency is like it's better to use it along the way with weight loss instead of trying to fix things later. Like you can't fix the skin later, you know? I honestly think no one would notice. I would notice though. Like I would notice. If I would notice, everybody's looking at me. Everyone's, you know what? Actually, I walk around like this. Well, now these are getting a little too big, but I walk around like this anyway. So like that's bruh, it's just I don't know. And I have a long torso, so my belly button's kind of high up. Like I still have I wonder what I'm gonna look like when I lose more fat around here. Because before you can see like where the skin is stretched, my belly button when I had a bigger torso would be more elongated, and because there was so much fat it would actually be kind of crooked like that. But now that I've lost enough weight, it's kind of like somewhat straight up and down. I kind of want to get this pierced, but the little bit of loose skin is like bothering me. Started from the bottom, now we're here. I'm late, but qualifying for Reddit is probably based on starting BMI, not current. I don't see why you wouldn't qualify unless you're underweight. That's a good way to look at it. Um, red light therapy helps with loose skin. Yeah, I do red light therapy at Planet Fitness. They have think of a standing tanning bed, but instead of tanning, they do it's the red light therapy. I don't do it consistently, and I have red light therapy with radio frequencies for skin tightening at home, and I don't use it because I'm dumb and lazy. I'm dumb and lazy. Um, Yo mama is disgusting, and you should have been aborted. Why are you in my chat? Go away. You're probably gonna get blocked. I don't feel like doing it right now, but um, okay. So I think the idea of starting BMI is actually a good point because um people were able to move from Ozempic to Zepbound or Wegovy to Zepbound. Like you move across classes of medication not based on where you are, but based on where you started from, right? So I'm no longer obese. It would be very weird for, like, let's say I switch doctors. It would be very weird for a new doctor to say, well, you're no longer obese. You no longer qualify for Zepbound. That wouldn't make any sense, right? But because I was obese, my BMI was 40. Could not that I'm going to, but I'm just asking based on Nerd's point. would a doctor reasonably say, well, you can switch to Retta? Because technically my starting BMI was over 35. Nicole V is getting on my nerves. Nicole, first of all, no, don't believe her. Listen, I gave Jen an option. Okay. Jen is a big pharma shill. So I'm just arguing with her about the way pharmacists do things. Okay, whatever. I said I would give up my argument if I could have 3 Dunkin' lattes this week. She doesn't let me have mocha chokers. She doesn't get to chill in peace. All right. So I gave her an out. She didn't want to take the out. And now I'm just here to get on her nerves because I never have a chance to get on her nerves. I mean, I do, but not like on purpose. When I get on Jen's nerves, it's typically an accident. I never purposely get to bother her. This is my chance. Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me. Yep, and insurance qualified me even though I was no longer obese and lost 80 pounds paying out of pocket. They went based on my starting BMI. I think that that's an interesting concept. We are talking about whether or not if a person gets a prescription for Retta, Nicole, but they're not at a 35 BMI, so they don't qualify technically, but they get the prescription anyway from what Jen would call a bad doctor. I think that's harsh, but whatever. And Tamika, would the pharmacist fill the prescription? Jen says they have the option not to. And I'm like, well, how would they determine to not fill it? Like, what are they basing that on? So that's where we are. And that's how we got into BMI and whether or not you can get it and whether you can get it. I'm on the end of the spectrum that I get what the rules say. I think we should follow the rules of medicine and pharmaceuticals. I'm telling you, people are not going to. Doctors, pharmacists, and it's not because they're trying to break some sort of rule. It's that, again, like Nerd said, some people are gonna go by starting BMI, and that, to me, that makes perfect sense. It does to me. It does to me. There are plenty of people that did not have a BMI of 27 and was able to get on Zepbound or Compound. Like, I don't even think Sydney started out as obese. Sydney, I'm throwing you under the bus, girl. Sydney, what was your starting BMI? You're saying you are in maintenance and at goal, but seeking a stronger drug? No. Don't argue with me, Tamika. I already did the stream. You already know where I stand. Don't argue with me. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the. I already did my stream about how I feel about that. I stated I'm not here to argue about whether or not she should or shouldn't get it, whether or not you're a bad or a good doctor for prescribing it, or a good pharmacist or a big pharma shill for filling it at the pharmacy. Okay, like, I'm not here to argue about that. I'm just saying, for funsies, people are gonna get Retta even if they're not at a 35 BMI, because you know what y'all sound like. Y'all are the GLP-1 elitists that would exclude somebody at a 34 BMI. That's why somebody at a 34 BMI would try to increase their weight to qualify for a medication. I don't think they should have to do that. Now, we're not talking about Countess anymore. She's nowhere near that high. But, like, I think we should be a little more nuanced in our approach. I think we should be a little more nuanced in our approach. If we're getting a, I mean, y'all could do what y'all want. I don't care. I'm just poking for fun to get on Jen's nerves. But it, for argument's sake, if we're strictly going by what the entry level is, you know how many people would not be able to be on Zepbound or Wegovy? If we're strictly going by entry levels, nobody outside of a type 2 diabetic should have been on Ozempic or Manjaro. But we heard plenty of conversations about don't be exclusionary. Don't try to, like, pick on people that need this medication for their health. That's what the people were saying when it was just Manjaro and Ozempic. That's what the people were saying. When the type 2 diabetics were like, y'all are taking all of our medication, there's a shortage because you're stealing all of the meds. The girlies and guys were like, listen, Lindas, our backs are wide and we need help. Don't be like that. The medication will help us. No, we're not type 2 diabetics, but our backs are big. And if we don't do something, we will be type 2 diabetics. Okay? So just shut up. and let us do our thing. Let us take our shots. It's not our fault that Eli Lilly has a pen shortage. Okay. It's not our fault. Whatever. Whatever. So if y'all qualifications arguments were so strong, all of those people that were not type 2 diabetics should not have been on Manjaro and Ozempic. All of the people under 27 BMI should not have been on Zepbound. Y'all gonna have to come stronger than that. Starting BMI was 29. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. Real talk, I want to know what Retta feels like, even if I may not need it, just saying. Oh, okay. So I have to be the no, I don't, because I don't care. That sounds like work. But I was about to say I have to be the one saying the loudest. I want a little glucagon. But I'm not willing to stop my weight loss or regain weight to get it. Like that's delusional. That's delusional. They shouldn't have to, but staying big because of fear of missing out is killing me. Yeah, that's she's a unique example. I'm not really talking about her. If Retta doesn't come out as a diabetic medication, my insurance won't cover it at all. That sucks. That sucks. Um, I've lost more weight, guys. Nicole, be careful. G's might see that comment. The issue with 27 BMI is that certain ethnic groups need to be at a lower end of BMI range to be healthy. That's what I'm saying. So like this is why I'm team use BMI as a guide, but not as a rule. This is where the BMI is flawed people get an argument. This is where they get a win. This is where they get a win. And we have and me, not y'all, but me, I'm gonna have to not be on the side completely of BMI. Y'all know I'm team unbig your back and use BMI as your guide. I don't care how flawed it is. But when it comes to like hard and fast rules of who qualifies, we have already seen in the community that those rules are more of a starting point, more of a guide, and they're not hard and fast. If they were, people would not have been on Manjaro and Ozempic for weight loss, which would have been a tragedy. If they were, people with under 27 BMIs would not have been able to get Zepbound and Wegovy or whatever it is for Wegovy, which would be or compound, which would be a tragedy. Y'all are just a bunch of GLP-1 elitists that got skinty, and now you want to pull the ladder up behind you. Like, nope. Sorry, Retta's only for the extreme big backs. If you're a moderate big back, go kick rocks. Yeah. Y'all are a bunch of elitists. I know. I know. I know. Use a bunch of elitists. I watched everything Aussie Mimi said about Reddit. I don't follow anyone on Reddit, and it's hard for me to take the word from someone on Gray because I don't know what you're taking. Got it. Okay. Uh, check your privilege and your elitism. Check your privilege, especially if you got Manjaro and Ozempic or compound, and you weren't a type 2 diabetic at that time. Miss me with your Reddit judgments. Miss me with it. Because technically your ass shouldn't have been included in that because you wasn't a type 2. And like, which I don't really believe. I don't really believe that, but I'm just saying if the argument is gonna say logically consistent, then your ass should have stayed big until you got type 2 diabetes and then qualified for Manjaro or Ozempic or waited until Zepbound came out. So yeah. I ain't skinny yet. I still have 30 more pounds to go. Tamika, that's skin. Where am I? I keep forgetting 145, 55, 65. Okay, okay, I'll let you have that because I was about to say that's still skinty. But if I was still 175 for me, like a 30-pound difference, I would be like, yeah, I'm not skinty yet. Okay, I get it. I get it. Um. Oh yeah, am I lagging? I'm sorry. Can you guys confirm? Am I lagging? I'm sorry. I want to know how my sound is or the stream before I tell Sydney what I was apologizing for. Yeah, I was apologizing and we got off track because Jen won't let me live my best big back life because she wants me to be unhappy. That's just what it is. I heard that Retta will cost anywhere from 1,600 and up. Zepbound still costs 1600 and up. Yes, lagging. Okay, hold on. Zepbound, not quick pins. Zepbound auto. What do they call them? Auto injectors. The original Zepbound pins. They still cost 1600. They still cost 1600. But that's what insurance. That's proof. This is unrelated. That's proof that insurance makes everything got more goddamn expensive. But it's also the delivery mechanism. So that delivery mechanism is still expensive. But there are options for out of pocket for cheaper for vials. On the pen channel, he says 7K a month, but I think it's too much. The price is insurance listing price, but I think Retta will be slightly more out of pocket than Zepbound, like 100 more. I'm nerd. Nerd, I was cracking the F up listening back to my stream. I'm like, why am I flipping on nerd like this? And then I'd be like, okay, nerd. I'd be like, nerd, I don't agree, nerd. Okay, nerd. But no, I agree with you. That let me be very clear about where I stand. Let me be clear about where I stand. Is my thing better? Is my stream better? When it comes to Retta, my original stance was that sound like work trying to figure out like a new medication. Zepbound's already working for me. But it kept coming up in my comments. So we finally decided to go over it. We went over the gray market. Y'all done ran a gray market user out of my chat. We went over Reddit brand and okay. All right. So now that I know a little bit more, just a tad bit, now that I know a little bit more, especially the glucagon agonist, my stance on Reddit is I think that people uh that are on tirzepatide need to stop acting like Turs ain't that girl. Like the people that are on tirzepatide waiting for Retta, like, oh, I don't like, I mean, people can do what they want, but I don't like some of these titles that be like, Zepbound's negative pass. Oh, Turs is whack. And it's like, stop acting like tirzepatide is not that girl. Stop acting like half of y'all didn't lose y'all weight on Turs. Like, shut up. Please, whatever. So for one, my stance is stop acting like tirzepatide ain't that girl. Like if tirzepatide worked for you, don't try to poo poo it in for Retta. Okay, like don't do that. Don't do that. Now, as far as Retta coming out and who qualifies and all of that, if they say 35 BMI, then it's 35 BMI. I believe that people under a 35 BMI will get Retta. Okay, that's how I feel. I feel like they will get branded Retta. I feel like insurance will make it difficult because they made Zepbound, Manjaro, Ozempic, Wegovy. They make all of the GLP ones difficult. They make medication difficult. So yes, it will be difficult. Will it be expensive? Probably, but we already have like a I don't know what you would call it, but like we already have an example of Zepbound, the original pens being over $1,500, or I'm sorry, not 1,500. What is it, 1,200, 1,300, something like that, through insurance, and then Eli Lilly coming out with the quick pen and vials for half to a third of the price. I don't know why people don't think that would happen with Red Up. Like it may not, but like in my mind, I'm like, the reason that I say I would try Retta if it was available, like if I could get a prescription for it, is because I'm anticipating that potentially Retta will be available through Lilly Direct. If I'm not chasing Retta, I'm not waiting on it, I don't give a shit. But if Retta comes up as an option in Lilly Direct, I'm probably gonna try it. And I just don't care what nobody got to say about it. I just don't care. Like, I'm probably gonna try. I'm not waiting for it. I don't care if I never try it. But I already pay out of pocket, so I'm not really concerned with the price of Retta because I'm not trying to get insurance coverage for it. I'm not concerned with the price of Retta because one, I'm already on Zepbound. I already pay out of pocket. In my mind, if they release it through Lilly Direct, whatever the insurance price is, it's going to be a third of the price. So, and then it's like a whole lot of speculation. I feel like we should just wait and see. I feel like we should just wait and see. Like, Maybe it'll be out of reach. Maybe it won't. Like the people on compound are the people that get on my nerves the most. I love you guys, but y'all get on my nerves. Like the people on compound waiting for Retta, that's the most delusional group because I'm like, y'all claim to not be able to afford Zbound brand. Okay, great. But why are you waiting on Retta? What makes you think you're gonna be able to afford Retta? Like what makes you think you're gonna be able to afford it? Um, oh doggy, feel better. Turs is that girl for real. When you look at how much people actually lose compared to the average, some people hit Reddit numbers on Turs. She's the cash cow. Yeah, I lost almost 50%. Eli Lilly will offer it on Lilly Direct. Um, I'm gonna try the 2 milligram Retta. It's potent. So not as expensive as higher doses. Not grow a horn on your forehead. They've been dragging me. They've been dragging me in my forehead. But you know what? I could get away with unicorn. What do you guys think? Like, I could give unicorn. I would give cute unicorn. Like, I think I would give unicorn. Whatever. That's not an insult to me. Like, I only know I have a big ass forehead because my mother told me. She didn't have to tell me. I get it from my father, so that's probably why she told me. It probably was a jab at my dad. I wore bangs for 3 years after that. I was in my Nicki Minaj era after that. I miss bangs. I want a bang now. Bangs are back. Bangs are back in style. Whatever. But yeah, like so if it I don't know the dosing schedule because it sounds like just so much work to like research all that. I don't know anything about it other than it's basically 2/3 of the terzepatide setup, but maybe stronger, and plus the glucagon, right? So in my mind, in my mind, I'm currently 35 to 40 pounds from being in any danger weight wise. Maybe by the time Reddit comes out, I'll only like I'll it that gap will be shorter, so there would be no point in trying it. But if it was out today on Lily Direct, I would ask my doctor. If she said no, I'd be curious as to why. If she's like, I'm concerned about the speed of weight loss, you're already within a certain range, then I'd be like, all right. But if she said, yeah, we're just gonna monitor the speed of your loss, and if we need to stop it or switch back to Zepbound, then we'll do that. Then I would be like, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ooh, glucagon, yeah. That's it. I just think we gotta have a little nuance. That's all. I just think we gotta have a little nuance. What I'm not willing to do though, like let's say I was 200 pounds. I would not be willing to halt my weight loss. Like, but Retta's coming. It's stronger. I can wait. You have lost it. We have got to get this bigness off our backs by any means necessary. Not any means necessary, but like we gotta listen. Like I said, oh, I'm sorry. The apology for Sydney. I had to apologize to. Congratulations on your weight loss. I had to apologize to Countess's plastic surgeon and dietitian because I went back. I got a comment that said she's putting off plastic surgery and waiting for Retta because if she goes into plastic surgery and weighs less, she won't qualify for Retta. And I'm like, that's dumb. Like, that's diabolical. So I went back and listened to my stream and I was going in on the plastic surgeon for telling her she's at goal weight. And I was going in on a dietitian for telling her to eat 160 grams of protein, which is still diabolical, and eat 2,000 calories a day. And I'm like, why does she keep listening to them? Oh, it's not that she's listening to them. She's hiding behind them because she really want to keep her bag big until Reddit comes out. That's crazy. So I owe them an apology. I'm sorry, surgeon and dietitian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was purpose because I kept saying you're not in maintenance. Like you're not purposefully trying to maintain your weight. No, she is. It's just that now it's backfiring and she's actually gaining. She's actually gaining. So she's been on this maintenance training for at least 8 months. Like Nicole, that video that I watched has me tickled for at least the next 24 hours. That was the funniest shit I had seen in a while. That was the funniest. Like when I tell you I was dying laughing, Nicole, to the point of tears. Like I was texting you and Jen at the same time in tears laughing. It was so funny. Because I don't know, to watch that right after my stream, and I'm like, wait, 8 months ago, it was the exact same video, basically. Just dragging Nicole. Like the part Nicole getting drugged wasn't the funny part. It was kind of funny, but it wasn't really the funny part. The funny part was how the message has been the same for 8 months. I was like, I just did all of that work asking all of these questions and all this fussing for 4 hours, and you've been saying this shit for 8 months? You've been saying this for 8 months. You've been purposefully keeping your back wide for 8 months because you're waiting on Reddit. That is nearly a year. Do you know how much progress, even if you stalled out on the 15 milligram, do you know how much progress you can get in 8 months? In 8 months, you could have cycled off of Zepbound, let your receptors, you know, do whatever they needed to do and got back on in 8 months. Like that's what on the pendant, Dave. He got off of Zepbound and then got back on, and the lower doses were working for him. I don't know what's happening now, but it's like 8 months you've been saying the same shit with no progress, and now the weight is going back up in the opposite direction, and you won't do anything about it because you've been repeating the same message for 8 fucking months. I owe them people an apology. I owe that dietitian and that surgeon an apology. I'm sorry. I thought they were keeping her back big. No, she's keeping her back big on purpose for Retta, which makes no sense. I'm a little too vain for that. I'm just a little too vain for that. I'm just a little too vain for that. That makes no sense. I ain't staying a big bag for any reason. That's what I'm saying, Sydney. Like, it's like spooky. That's like me stopping my weight loss right now and being like, you know what? Reddit's gonna be out in 6 to 8 months. What? I want this weight off of me. I want this weight off of me. I want this weight off of me. I want it off. That was an awesome video. That video was, she said, go fart in somebody else's party. I fucking died. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I died. I died. I died. Dead. I'm not even here right now. It was so funny. Like, she came, I didn't know that. First of all, I'm not even mad at her, because if you piss me off in my comments, I do videos too. I just don't block you. I want you to stay and watch more content. But I will make a video. So I understand the sentiment. But she's like commenting, Nicole, yeah, I blocked her. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's split dosing and that seems to be helping. Okay. Yeah. Sydney, I don't know if you heard, but I'm going up to the 12.5 milligram, and to stop along the way to the 15. But the point of the 15 is so I can split dose 7.5. Yeah. No, that video should be preserved in YouTube history, in YouTube GLP-1 history. That video should be put in a museum. If we had a GLP-1 museum for content creators, that video would need to be in there. It just would. It was so funny. It was so funny. And then she ended the video with like some Christian, not that I'm against Christians, but it was like some Christian wishing everybody well. I'm like, let me tell y'all something. Countess did a video 8 months ago, dragging Nicole and blocking her for asking if she was in maintenance or not. Let me tell y'all something. You want to know a red flag word? If people find community in a number of different ways, but in this space, if you're looking for solutions, accountability, people that are going to be honest with you, This is a word that you want to run away from or avoid. Affirm or affirmation. If somebody says they want you to affirm their feelings, and if you don't affirm their feelings, you're blocked, that might not be a channel where you can find success, I would say. Maybe entertainment. I'm not saying don't watch, but I'm just saying, depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking for success, I mean, if we're not looking for success, why else are we on this journey? Um, so if you are looking for like forward progression and success and encouragement and stuff like that, when a person says that you are required to affirm their feelings, you might not be getting what you're looking for. Somebody send me the link so I can watch. Being blocked for a simple question is nasty work. Um, no, you weren't being mean. If it's still in Jen's history, she can paste it. If it's still in her history, she can paste it. Oh my gosh, that is funny. That was a that video had me in tears, and maybe it's because I'm like ridiculous. Like maybe it really wasn't funny. No, it was funny. I don't know. Like it really was though. Like maybe I'm dragging it about how funny it was. I think another part that made it funny for me is because I really do have a soft spot for Countess. And when I was watching that video, it was like fading away. I'm like, oh, this is comedy. Like when I was doing my stream, some people may feel like I was being hard on her. Everybody feels like I'm being hard on him, on them. My audience just happens to be a group of people that can take it. Okay. So whenever I react to a content creator, there are people that feel like I'm being hard on that content creator. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I'm not trying to be hard on them. I'm just trying to be honest. But I have a soft spot for her. It may not seem that way, but I really do have a soft spot for her. When I watched that video of her blocking Nicole, I was like, I was feeling like Boo Boo the fool for having a soft spot for her. I'm like, she don't need no sympathy from me. She don't need no sympathy from me. Do I look? Oh, it is giving McDonald's. I got a friend that works at McDonald's, so you're right. It is giving Mickey D's. Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please? They don't even take your order. Well, I haven't been in like a year, but the last time I've been to McDonald's, they don't even take your order inside anymore. You have to like order at the kiosk. It's very annoying because I want to go up to a person and like make my order very specific. That's why I don't support them no more. But I want to go up and speak with a person like I want my order a certain way, and they all just ignoring you in the kitchen doing shit. You gotta order at the kiosk. That's some dumbass shit. That's dumb. But yeah, I was like, I was like, yo, this is pure comedy. It was pure. I was like, oh my god, I can't have a soft spot for her. You can't. Okay, I have a soft spot for people that I feel like just need a little help. She don't need no help. She don't want no help. She don't need no help. She don't want no help. In fact, if you are, I'm probably blocked now. I'm probably blocked now. But maybe that's my, you know, entitlement, thinking that sharing your point of view is supposed to be respected in this space. Why y'all keep coming in here talking about my stomach? Thank you for the compliment, but geez. Um, girl, the kiosk sends me every time. Do y'all still have McDonald's locations that take your order? I haven't been there in almost a year, but when I was going regularly, I could never get my order taken unless I was going through the drive-through. So that's just kind of like, y'all, completely off topic. I like coconut oil. Let me explain. So I have a rinse oil that I use in a shower. I combine a bunch of carrier oils in a bottle, and at the end of my shower, I will not lather, but I will cover myself in oil, and then to some extent rinse off the excess and pat dry or whatever, so that I step out the shower mostly moisturized. And if I want to, I will add lotion on top. Or if I don't do the oil in the shower, I will combine oil and lotion outside of the shower. Well, I didn't bring my oil with me, and I had this thick ass body butter that wasn't spreading very well. So I came downstairs to the kitchen to look for some olive or avocado oil. But instead, I found coconut oil. I never buy coconut oil. Y'all, I think I need some coconut oil. I think I need some coconut oil. Jen, for all I know, somebody, when I wasn't paying attention, must have blocked Eric. When the last time y'all seen Eric? But I'm not supposed to be buying stupid stuff because I already have to show y'all my skincare collection, but now I want coconut oil. I'm a little different though. I tend to support people in the way they need it. Might sound like I'm enabling, but I can tell which creators are open to advice and who are not. I move accordingly. I can't tell because I don't watch enough people to be able to tell. You need about 40 more pounds, up or down? If you're saying I need 40 more pounds up, I can show you what that looks like. If you're saying about 40 pounds down, you might get cursed out in the chat because people get scared about people being underweight. So I don't know. Um, up. Are you watching me from the continent of Africa? Because there's no way you're in the US of A telling me that I need to be 40 pounds heavier. You must have lost the plot. You must have lost the plot completely. Like, let me tell you something. I'm all over the place, but let me tell y'all this anyway. I think my skin is dirty. Let me use this. Let me tell y'all something. Jim made a good point yesterday when we were reacting to that video. She said, this is what it looks like where if the hips are yours, or if the shape is yours, or if the curves are yours, you won't lose them. Okay. No, that's fat, Jenitha. Get it together. That's fat. Um, my people in the black community, I don't know what the men talking about, but ladies, listen up. Lose the weight because you don't know what your shape looks like under all that fat. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Shitting me, I'm from Alabama. You could be from Nigeria for all I know. Not that that's a problem. You could be from Egypt for all I know. You could be from South Africa for all I know. Um, but Mr. Alabama baby, it's given 72. Young folks don't talk like that. That's first of all. Second of all, that's why our community got heart disease and diabetes now because you niggas want everybody back to be big. Amen. I weigh 145 pounds. Oh, she's not a nice person. She kicked me out of her Facebook page because she thought I was there to gather info. Let's see how my video's doing. Let's see if I got any new comments. My stream. Um, don't stay big for men that like wide backs because when you have heart disease and type 2 diabetes and you get to a certain width circumference, he gonna leave you for somebody that's 140 pounds. Okay. I want him about 225 to 250. Hold that thought. I got you. Hold that thought. I'm about to prove how delusional you are. Um, Donnie, it's giving you know. Okay, this is gonna be controversial, but there's a little bit of a reputation around men that like obese women. You want her to pay your bills, Donnie? Is that what it is? Okay, Winnie Utes. Good luck on your weight loss. Um, hold on. First of all, I wanted to see how that stream was doing. Damn. Oh, it must be from this stream. I'm like, where the fuck all these subscribers come from? Short, the verticals always bring subscribers out of nowhere. They not gonna stay. But anyway, okay, so he said he like him 250. I wasn't 250, but I was close. And let me prove in real time the delusion of the black community. Shit, I love big girls. I've been loving big girls since the second grade. You know nothing. You in Alabama. Alabama is a big ass state, and I don't mean big as in land. I mean big as in big backs. The South is where most black people live, I believe, and that's where most of the big backery exists because of the food. Now I love my people and I love the food, but like it's heart disease, Donnie. Like what Donnie, how much you weigh? And how tall are you? Like y'all talking about aesthetics, which is fine because we're a little vain over here, but like that's you get the privilege of being vain after you get your health in order. 240, 250 is unhealthy for the average woman in the US. So what are you talking about? Where are all my pictures? All right. You want 240? Let me show you 240. There you go. There it is. There it is. There it is. Delusion. Delusion. This is what delusion looks like, ladies. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the delusion. Don't believe these men when they say they like them big. Don't believe them. They're lying. They're lying. They're lying. Don't believe them. Don't believe them when they tell you you look better big. You lost too much weight. You should put on some. Don't believe them. Don't believe them. They want you big and out of shape so that they can hold on to you and nobody else wants you. That's what it is. That's what it is. They want you to feel like they like all that extra weight. They don't. And even if they did, so what? You ain't got to like it. Yeah, my man wanted me to stay at 220 based on my look. He had no idea it was 220. He was shocked when I told him. Big backs are bad for your health. They are bad for a lot of things. Bad for your physical health, your mental health. Nicole, what are you laughing at? I'm dead ass serious. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. That was a back full of pre-diabetes. Yeah? Yeah. Well, Malcolm, if you're of the same race as me, why do you think that the women of our community don't take being in shape seriously? It's because of you niggas. They want to stay big for you niggas. Don't believe me? Look at any TikTok of a woman talking about why she want to stay big. I get any man I want anyway. My face card don't decline. I ain't never not been able to get no nigga. The sex is still popping. He gonna lift my belly up. All the excuses are based around men. All the excuses are based around men. Okay? All the excuses are based around men. But I still get any man I want though. Okay, but are you happy with your back that wide? Are you? If you are, if you like it, I love it. But if your only reason for keeping your back wide is so Donnie in Alabama with his type 2 diabetes, if that's who you want hitting on you at the gas station, asking you to buy his black and mild or asking you to pay his phone bill, if that's what it's about, then that's what it's about. I totally agree. My brother is doing that to my sister-in-law. She's on Zebel now because of me. Donnie seems upfront. Donnie's delusional. I believe that Donnie's upfront. I also believe Donnie is a reflection of a lot of men. Donnie, I'm just picking Donnie. I'm just teasing, but for real, Donnie is a reflection of a lot of men that's like, ooh, yeah, hips, ooh, yeah, but it's obesity. Let it go. Let it go. Don't believe them. They're liars. Not liars. Listen, I do partially believe it is a lie. Like Donnie probably genuinely likes bigger women. I'm not saying bigger women shouldn't be liked. What I'm saying is, in general, I think it's a lie. I think you like the attitude of bigger women. I think you like that. Never mind. Let me not get into it because I don't want to get jumped. But men respectfully would I guess, smash anything with a pooch. The majority of men. Uh, yeah, like I agree. I agree that they'll smash anything, but it's like there's something about the psychology. Like if it's just an aesthetic, like I think there are some men that are just chubby chasers, like aesthetically, like they like the fuller look, right? Makes okay, that's fine. But there are other kinds of men that ain't worth a damn and they chase bigger women because bigger women have a reputation. I'm not saying it's right across the board, but bigger women have a reputation for insecurity. And then when you say that, they say stuff like there's plenty of thin insecure women and unhappy women all over my timeline. Okay, I'm sure there is, but y'all the ones saying y'all staying big for niggas, which is crazy, which is crazy. Too real for YouTube? Not over here. How you think you ended up here? This is as real as it's going to get in this space about weight loss. This is as real as it's going to get in this space as far as the weight loss space. I don't think it gets any realer. Nobody wants to believe me. God knows what I love. I believe that you like bigger women. I'm telling the bigger women to ignore you though. I'm saying don't stay big because Donnie likes you big. That's what I'm saying, Donnie. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying being big as hell is a burden. I like being able to fit into my airplane seat comfortably, even if I'm in tight, small ass economy seats. I like still having room on both sides of me. I like being able to comfortably fit in the bathroom at the airport. I like being able to walk around the airport without needing a wheelchair. Now, I'm not making fun if you need a wheelchair, but like even during my weight loss journey, I was having problems walking around the airport. I like to be picked up and twirled around like the feather that I am on my way to a lighter feather. You know, I like the way my clothes fit. If what I'm saying applies to someone that's bigger, then fine. All I'm saying is don't stay big because Donnie wants you to stay big. That's all I'm saying. Donnie can like bigger women, but if a bigger woman says, "Well, I don't got to lose weight because Donnie loves me this way," you didn't say you love you that way. That's not what you said. That's not what you said. You didn't say I'm gonna stay big because I love being big. Because if you said that, then I would have to ask, what do you like about being big? I still haven't got any answers. The answers are always about men. When I lost weight, I didn't lose weight for men. Men wanted me at my biggest weight. Some of the same men want me at my smaller weight. And then some. I didn't like lose the amount of men that wanted me because I lost weight. So like even saying that is ridiculous. It's like weird. Like, okay, men want you. They want me too. So what? Now, other than men, what do you like about being big? Okay. Like, what do you like about being big? Do you have $1 million for me? If so, I will consider marrying you. If you're going to solicit marriage through a live stream, it has to be done via a super chat. Hopefully $1 million. No, don't, no, because YouTube gonna take 40 of the million. They're gonna take 400,000. Okay, but you let me know you got $1 million for me. You let me know you got $1 million for me, and I'll consider it. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I think it's okay to like bigger women or bigger men. It's do they like themselves, and if they do, then great. But if they only want to stay big because they keep telling themselves that they can attract the opposite sex, that seems whack. Life is better on this side. You're not wife material, I can tell. Duh, I'm not 240 pounds, Donnie. Donnie, you can't be that mad. I thought you said you was keeping it real. You can keep it real, but you can't take it when somebody's keeping it real. That's not nice, Donnie. That's not nice. I'm not marriage material. You're not husband material because you don't like women like me. I don't like men like you. We're even. And you don't have $1 million from me anyway. You probably want to get money from the bigger women that you like. Do you want to marry a man or do you want to marry his money? If he's soliciting me for marriage on a live stream from God knows where, could be a bot, for the money. We need a stream on why our loved ones want us to stay big. My loved ones don't want me to stay big. Maybe I'm just lucky. But I do think that's a generality in the community. I'm not real because I said a comment. I didn't say you were. I said if you are real, can you take it when somebody's being real with you? Look, he's getting upset, y'all. He getting mad. He came in thirsty. You need to add 40 pounds and then. So he's so real, he can't take somebody being real and saying, no, I don't. I don't even like men like you. And I'm telling other women that men like you are problematic. If you can be real, I can be real. What you mad about? What you mad about? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. He in his fifis. He is in his Philly feels. You look like you have a man in court. Maybe you should have considered that before you came in here acting real thirsty. Rejection hurts, I know. Especially on the internet. Ooh. It's fine. You're in Alabama. You can find plenty of big women. I'm just saying I'm not one of them. And I think the ones that exist should avoid men like you because y'all want them to stay big. And they want to stay big for y'all. And I'm saying break the cycle. Ignore men like you. That's it. Boop. That's it. Let me make sure I'm not leaving anything behind. Oh, I didn't even finish my coffee before I switched to a protein shake. Let me finish this. I think this combination is going to upset my stomach, but mm. Mm-mm-mm. Now, Donnie, why would you want your lady 250 pounds and potentially unhealthy? Because he wants her to pay his bills. Not saying thin women don't do that, but I'm just saying bigger women have a reputation for doing that. He wants her to pay his bills and not make him compete against other men. That's what it is. If you went to school, you'll understand a message is read, how that person wants to view it, not mad. Yeah, it's my perception that you're salty. Yes, you're correct. It is my perception. Things can get misconstrued through text. It is my perception that you are salty as fuck in this moment. Yes, absolutely. Because why else would you make presumptions about, or why else would you make assumptions about my love life? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Not that I give a shit. I'm just curious. Like, if you're saying you're not upset, like, what's funny is leave it to a man to think that he has the audacity as a stranger to determine whether or not you are worthy of being a wife to who? To you? Imagine a man that you're not interested in trying to determine whether or not you're worthy of being a wife. Weird. Very strange. Very strange. What did he say to get timed out? Why did he get timed out? Oops, I'm sorry, Donnie. I can't undo it. Oh well. But you don't tell Tamika. Tamika has no patience. Okay.
Oh well, Donnie, you've been sent to the underworld. But y'all don't time people out when I'm arguing with them. They only get timed out if they're being disrespectful. He wasn't being disrespectful. He was just salty. He was just mad. He got rejected. That was all. Oh, he's rude. Oh, they're not allowed to be rude. Okay, I'll let y'all decide. I'll let y'all decide. That's fine. Thank you for the gift. Donnie can find his new wife in timeout. Okay, I've been overruled, Donnie. Good luck to you. I've been outvoted. I've been voted off the island. I've been voted out the chat. I don't control this channel. I don't even go here. In fact, Jen actually runs the show. Like I don't if you got problems, you can submit a form with HR. That is gonna be Sydney. But as far as like I don't work here for real. In fact, this is volunteer work. Jen says I hate that. I don't even get to decide who participates and who doesn't. I don't get to make the rules. His 250 wife is waiting for him in timeout. Y'all, are we being mean? Are we being mean? Are we being like, because this is not against women that are 250 or 300 pounds. This is against men that are willing to tell women they should be 250 pounds. To be clear, just in case anybody lost the plot. Just in case anybody lost the plot, this is not about bigger women. This is about men that tell women they should be bigger. That's weird. Have you girls noticed that men got really comfortable with getting taken care of in all aspects, including economically, no matter what size you are? Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I agree, no matter what size you are. But as a former big back myself or a big back in recovery, I will say that I was more susceptible to um, that type of behavior or not encouraging, but enabling that type of behavior when I was bigger. Me personally, that's not for everybody though. That's not for everybody. But bigger women do have a reputation, just like thin women have a reputation for being shallow gold diggers. Bigger women have a reputation for being docile and buildaboos. That doesn't apply to everyone, but we're speaking in general. So if anybody individually wants to be like, that's not me, that's not me, that's not me, I'm not fake. I done built a couple boos. I'm not saying it was because of my weight. I'm saying my weight was a reflection of how I felt about myself. So if my weight was a reflection of how I felt about myself and I wasn't taking myself seriously, I didn't expect other people to take me seriously. So I tolerated a lot of dumb shit. But now that I'm squinty, I've switched from skinty to squinty because that's what my cousin calls me now. My cousin's like, oh my God, you're squinty. You're not even skinny, you're squinty. So anyway, now that I'm squinty and I've worked so fucking hard to be here, I don't got time to be playing with nobody kids. I don't have time to be playing with nobody's son, with nobody bald headed. I don't know. Was Donnie bald? Like, I don't have time to be playing with nobody's buildable ass son. Come build. I'm 30. That's the beauty in getting older. Like, the older you get, the less patience you have for we could build it together. No, we can't. I've worked too hard. No, we can't. Cat, don't come out of the clouds laughing. Okay, say hi first. I don't have time. I don't have time. I have put so much work into myself. There is something to be said about your weight being a reflection of how you feel about yourself and how seriously you take your health. There is something to be said about that. It's not a foolproof thing, but overall in general, yeah. I've worked very hard to look the way that I do, even with a GLP-1. I've worked very hard to look the way that I do. And so I don't have patience for certain types of people. That I mean that goes for men and women, but especially men. Especially if we're talking about romantically. Oh no. Oh no. Nobody's dusty son yet that. I don't have time for that. I had too much time for it when I was, I don't know, younger, but not now. Not now. It was saying let's build together 20 years ago. Are they still saying that? You know it's wash, rinse, repeat. It's the cycle over and over and over again. They start saying things that they dusty daddy said. Oh God, I sound so bad. That is not nice. That's not nice. That's not nice. Our hard work is overlooked. Yeah. Like what's crazy is women that work hard in their careers get shitted on like they're too uppity for relationships and stuff like that. But what about women that work hard on their health? Oh, I'm uppity as fuck. I'm uppity as fuck. What, Tamika? I took it back. I said I shouldn't say it. What? I'm uppity as fuck. And I'm not uppity as in like I look my nose down at people. I'm uppity as in I'm up here so I can't see you. I'm up here. If you're not vibrating up here, I can't see you. Until I come on YouTube and people start talking shit, then I'd be like, listen, you big back peasant. That's not nice. Hopefully nobody clips that. But that was for Donnie. I'm still talking shit to Donnie. It's not fair. I shouldn't talk shit to him when y'all done fucking timed him out. He can't respond to it. It was almost off that tongue. Doggy, stop puking. Gross. The cats puked too, and I have to clean it up. Well, I did clean it up, and I was like, ew. Like you're just gonna throw up right in front of me, and then walk a little further, and then throw up some more. Gross. But be for real though. Y'all think Donnie's back was big? I think Donnie's back was big. I don't know. There's something to be said about wanting yourself to be fit and your partner wanting you to be fit and you wanting to be fit. I know plenty of people have husbands that listen. Do I want to put myself on the spot here? Okay, I've been told by more than one person that they thought I looked fine at my highest weight. Or not my highest weight, but like they thought I looked fine when I was heavier. Like people that I've dated or whatever. But now that I've lost weight, they still feel like I look fine, but they can see the difference. Like it's kind of this like, oh, but I think you looked fine either way. And I'm like, yeah, no, I look better now. Donnie had a goal too. Donnie's back was wide. Donnie was giving 70-year-old talking about some, I like them big, baby. I'm from Alabama. You want her big because you think being big means she could cook and clean and she gonna be around the house being your goddamn hen fucking maid's tail. Your fucking I don't know what you call it. No, that's what you think. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying that's what these men think. And I'm not anti-man. I love men's that are nice to me and are generous and stuff like that. Okay. I think the husbands think they will lose their wife, like her personality. I have context to this, but it's none of y'all business, so I'm not gonna say it. They like you big, but can't handle you big in the bedroom. First of all, when I was big, I didn't want to be handled in the bedroom. Like I wanted to be handled secretly at a smaller weight. I didn't want to be handled big. Don't pick me up. Because if you drop me, I'm a drop kick you. Don't pick me up. And I've always dated men that were smaller than me. So like I didn't want to be, don't pick me up. Now you could twirl me around. You could twirl me around. I'm a feather. I'm an itty bitty feather. You could twirl me around. And I'm gonna be even more itty bittier. Somebody said being skinny is like back, but I don't want osteoporosis and a broken hip when I'm 80 or some shit. Sorry, no thanks. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, the girls are so like, and when I say the girls, I mean everybody. Girls, men, whatever. I just say girls in general. The girls, the people are on social media are so anti thin. And to be honest, most people aren't even trying to be thin. Like they use celebrities and influencers as examples, but the average person isn't even really trying to be thin. Like we're just trying to not be big. And I borderline want to be flat chested. Like we about this close to these titties having to go. It's a safety concern and they always got something to prove. Now it's gymnastics in the bedroom. I don't play about my flexibility because I don't want to get embarrassed when the time comes. I don't want to get embarrassed when the time comes. Like I have worked in IT for a decade. My hips are shot. I can't do things that I should realistically be able to do. Like I be looking at the girls doing backflips and they be thick as hell. Like they be thick girls. Not fat, but they be like heavy. Like bottom heavy. I be seeing them twerking and doing backflips and splits and they have agility and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't got none of that. I'm behind. I don't have any of that. I don't have any of that. Like I can't do none of that. Like I can't even do there's this stretch called I think it's a football straddle or something like that where you get on the floor and you put your legs out and you straddle to stretch the groin. It's taken me 8 goddamn months to move like that much like to gain that much flexibility. I don't have time to stop. I'm gonna get embarrassed in the bedroom. I'm gonna get embarrassed. I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. Um I would be naked around my husband when I was 298 and would do it with the lights off. Yeah. Lights off, shirt on, under the covers. Hi, Kimitha. So blessed. Husband has loved and supported me up to 300 pounds and now down to 163. Go, husband, go. Go, husband, go. I will say, like, the men that I've dated, there's been times where I've gained weight in relationships and it was pointed out, and then I would lose the weight. But there's also been, like, I wouldn't say that I didn't have, like, support. I think I had support. I tried a power yoga class once and I liked it. Jen, my legs don't do what they're supposed to do, okay? They don't do what they're supposed to do, which is why I have to stretch 7 days a week. And that's fine. I get it. I fucked up and sat in a chair for 10 years. And now my hips are permanently stuck in this position. I get it. I get it. I can't even touch my toes. Let me show y'all. Maybe we need to do, maybe I need to show y'all one of my mobility sessions and stretch sessions. Y'all, I can't even touch my toes. You see? I can't because my hamstrings are so tight from years of sitting. I can't. Can't even do it. Can't even do. I mean, a lot of people can't touch their toes, but like, and to be honest with you, doing this is further than I was last year. I used to be right here. That's how bad it was. That's how tight it was. I used to just when they would say touch your toes, I used to be able to go like right here. Okay. So maybe in another decade, I'd be able to touch my toes. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Can we get a 360? No. This arse is for my future husband. Oh, I'm dead. Um, Flexibility and mobility is the next thing for me to take seriously. When you get started, it is a harsh reality. It's a tough wake up call, to be honest. I have just touched my toes. You inspired me to try. Man, maybe I would try hot yoga. Oh, I'm lagging now. My data went down. Hold on, let me try turning on the Wi-Fi. I'm about to leave. I should have been left. Ugh, I have to get back to South Carolina. I have to get back to South Carolina. Am I still lagging? My data bars went down. I don't know what happened. Is it because I moved? Is it because I moved? I think this is the one house that I've never given y'all a tour of because I've been here so many times, but I don't know why I've not given a tour of this house. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, hot yoga. I'm actually about to cancel my hot yoga studio membership because I don't go enough. I'm in Planet Fitness so often that I often don't like I don't have time for that and hot yoga. Drive is 3.5 hours. So I'm about to get out of here. I'm gonna be listening to I actually don't know what. But that stream that I was playing yesterday of mine, I really wanna do a premiere of that stream and watch it with you guys. I know it's old and I'm not 190 pounds no more, but like it was so fun. I love seeing you guys comment in my old streams, like, oh my god, my day ones. V, you are so young to be so tight, girl. Legs were going over my head at 300. Keep stretching, girl. I've been working in IT for a decade. That's what did it. That's what did it. Like working at a desk. I don't flexibility has nothing to do with how much you weigh. There are people that are 600 pounds that can do a split. So it's not I just I'm not very flexible, but it wasn't as bad when I was younger. It got bad. Like it got bad because I started working in IT and I was sit for 40 hours a week, 5 days a week. And then sometimes I would work overtime. And also, I travel a lot. So I'm in the car several hours a week. I'm always sitting. It's only in the past 8 to 9 months that I've been trying to balance this out. And yeah, I'm trying to balance out a decade of sitting. It's going to take some time. I can't do it. I'm going to show y'all. We're going to do it. We're going to do a stream. We're going to do a stream where I stretch. We did this before when I was in California last year. We're going to do a stretching stream where I do my stretches and foam roller. Y'all, I can't do anything. And what I can do, barely, is an improvement over the last 2 years. And I mean, like, just by that much. My hip hurts. Like, my left hip, I keep thinking that I have to stretch it into submission, but it might be something more than just tightness. Like, I think that my glutes being so weak is pulling down on my hips and it hurts at the front of my left hip. So I'm working on strengthening my glutes so that my hips don't have the weight of my butt fall into the back of my knees. Take a hot yoga money and go to one of those stretch places. There's a place called Stretch Lab that I scheduled an appointment with and then canceled because I was traveling. That's probably what I'm gonna do. We need to go over all of that when we go over my budget, which we're gonna do next week. Wait, what week we in? Oh shit, I'm running out of time. It's almost the first, y'all. The Debt Smackdown is almost here. Oh God, it's next week. Oh God, we gotta do it this week. Oh no. We gotta do a budgeting stream this week. Oh God. Hold on, let me write it down. The Debt Smackdown starts September 1st, where I reel back all of my spending, but we have to go over the cosmetic and fitness stuff. Do I keep the massages? Do I keep the trainer? Do I keep hot yoga? Probably not. Do I keep Planet Fitness? Probably yes. Do I keep the waxes? Probably not. No, freaking reindeer talking about you got to learn how to wax at home. I will be Chewbacca before I do that. My 43-year-old bones will make all kinds of weird sounds when getting off the couch. Uh, but when it comes to doing the thing with my husband, I'm surprised how flexible I am. Erica, we do what we want. Y'all, I'm if I wasn't saving myself for my future husband, I would show you hooligans how like at much of a disadvantage I'm at. I'm at a gross disadvantage. I'm not waxing at home. I would rather be Chewbacca. That hurts. Okay. No, I'm gonna shave. Probably. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably gonna shave. I already ordered from a shaving kit from uh Dollar Shave Club. I love their razors. I used to use them years ago. It's a membership where they send you new blades every month. And I always was able to get a very close shave with like little issues with ingrowns and stuff like that. So I like Dollar Shave Club. I've already ordered a kit. When I was using them years ago, like 10 years ago, they only had razors for men, but is it really a razor for men? But now they market toward women. So I was like, oh, gay, pink. Very gay. I love it. Yes. Sugaring is worse. That's terrible. How did you wax in a lockdown? We all had to learn how. No, we didn't. Y'all was locked down. I went to get waxed. I don't know. My wax specialist would put on a mask. Now, at that time, I don't know how long y'all think the lockdowns were. For me, I was only locked down from like February, March, April to like June. But even then, I don't think I was waxing at that time. I think I was shaving. I don't think I was shaving. You talk about 6 years ago, girl. I didn't learn how to wax then. I was shaving. And when things did start to open up, because it wasn't like a complete lockdown for not for me. I still went out for breakfast. Uh I couldn't get my hair done at a certain point. But when it was time to go out for waxes, they just put on a mask. So I'm not ripping nothing off of me. Um I want to do laser, but will it go? Is it going to make sense for the budget, Jen? That's what I'm saying. That's why we got to do the stream. Is laser going to make sense for the budget? Because I have two wax passes left. Meaning I have two bikini fulls left. After that, like I'm already this week going to be switching to shaving my underarms. And my hair is so fine anyway. I'm probably going to be able to get it off because I have a 5 blade razor. I'm probably going to get it off with one pass. But y'all, I don't got no mans. I don't have no mans, so I'm not. I don't need to be like completely smooth anywhere. So this is great. This is great. Like I like waxing because I like the results and it's less work for me, but it's expensive. Laser is out of your budget. That's what I'm trying to say. I keep trying to tell Jenitha, we're gonna go over it this weekend. We're gonna go over the budget. What stays, what goes. A lot of people say keep the trainer. I think it's worth keeping. I think it's worth it in the long run. You might need to touch up for the first 2 years. Reindeer, can you get Jen? She wants laser in the dead SmackDown. She wants laser in the dead SmackDown, but won't let me have more chokers. It makes no sense, but whatever. She wants laser. And the point of the budget is to get as close to a needs only budget as possible. But there will be, it's like to what extent do I keep my wants in there? And then what's a need versus a want, right? Like we know I gotta pay for Zbound. Waxing is $56 for one wax. I buy six in advance and get one free. And I have two left. Once those two are done, I'm not renewing it. So I won't be waxing after. I have one for this month and I have one for after September. I won't be waxing, but it's already paid for. So are you dating? You got to keep the territory ready. Mind your business, sweetie. Maybe we'll talk about that for members only. Yes and no. No and yes. Yes and maybe. Maybe not. Something like that, but not quite. Something that's the one. Something like that, but not quite. You know, like I like you're right, but not. Like I don't want to stay ready. If you know what I mean. You don't know what I mean because I'm being vague on purpose. But anyway, um, Jen, our girl V needs to learn how to control her money. Exactly. Oh my god. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Jen is so bougie. She's like, girl, get the laser, and I'm like, really? When you see y'all I almost cried. Almost cried. I looked at how much I'm spending paying back debt because I really just do it on autopilot. But in preparation for our stream, I was like, well, let me see how embarrassed I'm really about to be. When y'all see the numbers, Jen's gonna say no laser. Well, Jen might still say laser. She might still. She don't care. She bougie. You need to try a no buy month. A no buy month. It humbled me. That's what September is going to be. That's why we need to pick the budget at the end of August, which is we're going to do it this week, so we know what we're doing. It's the September budget that we're setting up. I had a no buy 8 months, reindeer. I was out here like a cave woman. I I think I did go back to shaving to some extent, but like it was rough. I didn't do any like outside of the home maintenance for 8 months. I didn't buy any clothes. I didn't buy anything nice. I didn't buy anything new. It was the sunken place. It depends on the cost of the laser package. I'm reasonable. Lord help me. I'm about to race this. Wait a minute. I know damn well you ain't talking about me. I know you're not talking about me. I was laughing just in general at the comment, but then I'm like, wait, are you talking about me? Bro, don't do that. That's crazy word. Not Lord. It's the concept of like, Lord help me. I'm about to sin. That was funny. That was funny. Okay, that was funny. It was. It was. It was. Okay. What's ready, sweetie? The kitty has to be ready to purr. A cute purr is what she's saying. But I don't have to be ready, technically. We'll talk about it on members. We'll talk about it on members. Um, I always feel left out when it comes to this conversation. Mine has 3 hairs. My legs, on the other hand, I let my legs get hairy in the winter because one, shaving makes the hair thicker, so it's just easier for me to leave my leg hair alone. Because it grows very slowly. Now, by the time I get 3 months in, it's like don't go outside looking like that. So we can address my legs when we get to time when it's time to go to Thailand in December. We can decide if I'm going to wax my legs or not. And the budget we set up for September is a generalization. If we need to adjust by December, January, because I've freed up some money, then maybe we can incorporate the laser or something else or whatever. Right. So as I'm paying off debt, I will free up money. And as I'm freeing up money, if that then means, okay, now we can bring back nails or now we can incorporate the laser or y'all gonna help me figure it out. The skinnier you get, you gotta beat the white men off. Who said he was white? He could be something else. That was funny though. It really was. But only a white person would say that. That's what's fun. Like that's what makes it funnier. Like, yeah. Okay, but anyway, um, I can't. That's gonna make me laugh for the rest of the day. Oh, okay, you're white. Okay, I mean, only a white person would say that. Like, that's gonna make me laugh for the rest of the day. It was funny before I realized it was about me, but it's too late. I can't unlaugh it. I can't unthink it. I can't unsee it as funny. But thank you, Victor. They are the Gen 2 metas, in case you want to buy them. Not from me, I'm not selling them. Um, the skinnier you get, the more you gotta beat the white men off. I don't know about all that. Jen, the way that I've done my hair since I was 18 years old, I've had to beat the white men off. They are obsessed with my hair. I don't know why they are obsessed with my hair. They are obsessed with my hair. They will be with their wife. They will be with their whole entire family. Stop me and tell me how beautiful my fucking hair is. Now, it was more so when I was younger because I would do color. Like if I did really blonde, long locks or long blue braids or long pink, like if I did really long braids or locks and it was color, the white men's, and they would always be older too, like boomers. They would not maybe not boomers. Maybe that's a little old, but like 50s, 60s. It don't matter where I'm at, what I'm doing, what they're doing, who they're with, how long they've been married to their wife, who their baby mama is, how many kids they got with them, if their kid is in college or in preschool. It don't matter. They're stopping me to tell me that my hair is goddamn beautiful. They love braids and natural hair. They are literally obsessed. They are literally obsessed. Like quite literally. It's just a compliment. Don't get a big ass head. You didn't give the compliment. Why are you talking? Why are you talking? Why are y'all so jelly? It's not my fault that white men like my hair. I don't like it. It's not my fault that I'm not saying they don't like any other hair. I'm just saying that when something happens repetitively, it starts to become a pattern. Okay? It starts to become a pattern. And that's the thing that they point out. They could stop me and say, you're beautiful. They could stop me and say, I like your smile. They could stop me and say anything. It's always the hair. It's always the hair. The hair gets them every time. Your attitude is beyond unattractive. So is your mother. Like, why are you here? I will never understand why people stop to watch me just to be like, ill. I don't like you. I don't like you. Gross. Ew. Are you a white man that likes my hair? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Are you a black man that likes my hair? Are you not a man at all and you're just jelly? I don't know. Sweetie. Sweetie said, you want to get blocked? You want to get blocked? But no, like that was funny. I just thought it was funny. And it's Jennifer's fault. Jen lives in a white ass city. She lives in Boston. So Jennifer would know. She brought it up. She's the one that said you got to beat him off with a stick. And I'm like, well, they do like some braids. I don't know what it is. They're like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. Mm-mm-mm. But anyway, back to what we were talking about before somebody got all jelly belly. Like the stream, since you're here anyway. But back to the budgeting. So it's officially here. We have to do the budget. Okay, so we got to do a couple of things. Do y'all believe in accountability by public embarrassment? Like if you put it out there publicly what you're gonna do, um, you're more inclined to stick to it. I don't know. I don't know. That's what they say. That's the theory. I'm going to reveal my August spending. Good morning, Journey. I'm going to reveal my August spending. I'm going to reveal my minimum payments for all of my debt, which I'll be paying aggressively, so more than minimum payments. I already do that. But I'm still going to tell you like what I pay every month. I'm going to give you guys a timeline of how long I think it should take me to get out of debt. And we're going to talk about what my spending should look like for the next few months. It really is like a year and a half long process, but we're going to break it up into like quarterly sections or whatever. Okay? Because I doubt my September budget is still going to be accurate in March because by then I would have freed up some money. I already told you guys about giving up the health insurance. I told y'all about my plan with Zbound because Zbound is robbing my pockets. So yeah, we're gonna talk about all that stuff. But like, I'm gonna put it out there publicly because I'm gonna be like very embarrassed. And it's like, okay, so now that you've embarrassed yourself, you have to do something about it. Because if you don't, you're gonna look ridiculous. Okay. So I love you all. I'm gonna get out of here. I know the title says I owe an apology because I did. Listen, final message. Don't keep your back big in anticipation for a medication that you might not even get. Anybody out there in ether. Don't keep your back big for anticipation of a medication that you might not get. We're all just trucking along on this GLP-1 journey, weight loss journey. If Zepbound has stopped working for you, consider cycling off. I'm not your doctor, but talk to them about that. Consider cycling them off and on because it's perfectly normal that they stop working, or try some other options. But purposefully keeping your back wide in anticipation for some Retta that Jen is gonna fill for you at the pharmacy is diabolical. We should not be doing that. So I love you all. If you haven't seen the last stream, it's a long one, 4 hours. Go back and watch it. It's worth it. But keep in mind the context of like, I'm going in on that surgeon and dietitian when they're really not the problem. She's really the problem. All right. I love you.